Hey everybody, wherever you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're back in the Alchemist of Ars Magna to continue our playthrough. Last time we just finished the duel against the folks over at the Marduk College. So we now have like our plan has primacy for the expedition into Ore. So now we're gonna see where the where we're gonna go with this. It seems like we're not entirely in the clear yet from Professor Johan, but anyway, we'll find out what happens next. Right. So do we have anything new on the no. Don't really have anything new here. And last I checked, we don't have like any new. Yeah, we didn't have any new farm maps. But yeah, we just have this story. I guess, yeah, story part here. So we're gonna continue from there. Hey, Spar and Steel. Hello. Good afternoon. Sorry I started a bit late. Is it really afternoon? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I started a bit late because like my my stomach was a bit upset earlier, so I had to like sit down for a bit. I had to like sit down for a bit before I got started on like setting up for the stream. So by the time I was done, it was already like around the time I usually start. But I'm fine now, so things should be fine. We can like continue on. But yeah, last we left off, we just finished the duel, so we're not gonna continue on with the story. We'll see how much I can do with the limited time I have today. Oh, I'm glad you made. Is it really? Damn, daylight savings must have changed quite a bit. What the? Hold on, let me just check on something real quick. I need to like check on some logs because we're gonna include this in the report over to the of the streamer bot just to see like things are working or not. Anyway, full screen. Let's continue where we left off with the main story here. With the expedition to Ore coming up, Shin and his friends head to form a contract with Tiamat. However, someone unexpected comes forth to accompany them. Ooh. So they're going to go to the other mountains now. You can see that inside your mouse. Oh my god. Oh no. Shin and Celis visited the administration office to apply for an expedition. The chancellor happened to have his hands free and he handled the matter.
なるほど。話は分かった。しかし、オーズ遠征を控えたこの時期に遠出をしようとはな。
この時期だからこそです、学長。
To succeed, they would need the help of more gods. Forming contracts with origins is vital. Their elements will bring the Philosopher's Stone closer to completion and will help during the purification. That was the result they came up with after the discussion.
そなたらはアスタルテを除くオリジンとすでに接触を持ったと聞いたが。
Yes, out of all the gods, we were planning to form a contract with Tiamat first. She was friendly when we met her previously. Her winds would also come in handy during our expedition to Ore. Reinforced concrete has some steel in it, so steel is everywhere. That is true. That's actually true. Steel rebar?
しかしティアマトの領域は極寒の雪山。気軽に行って帰ってこられる場所ではないが。
大丈夫です。風なきの谷にはすでに一度行っていますから。
その時はソニア君が重傷を負った。侮りは禁物だぞ、セレス。
でもそれはドールが
まあ待て、私も過保護で言っているつもりはない。しかしバレーン山地は間もなく冬に入る。前回より過酷な探索となるのは間違いあるまい。
Oh yeah, winter in the mountains, in the snowy mountains is like really rough, no?
ハルモニア派は少数精鋭とはいえ、そなたらだけでかの地に赴くのはいささか無謀ではないか。
それは。
Unable to object, Cells turned quiet. So you're not letting us go on fieldwork?
そう焦るなし。私はハルモニア派だけの探索が無謀と言っただけで禁じた覚えはない。
What do you mean by that?
旅は道連れと言うであろう。実はそなたらより早くバレーン山への遠征申請を出した者がおってな。
Huh?
一体誰が。
The two looked at each other in confusion. A few days later,
遅いですわよ。出発前からこれでは先が思いやられますわ。
oh my god, are we actually gonna get Maltina on the team? Oh no. In the courtyard of the academy, Maltina barked at them the moment they arrived. There was nothing new, so Shin just smiled and waved. Sorry, I struggled a bit while preparing. Good morning, guys. Is that it?
はい、よろしくお願いします。シンさんたちと一緒なんて楽しみです。
I do wonder what they're planning to do over there, in the mountains.
ええ、まさかあなたたちと旅をするなんて思わなかったわ。今回はよろしくね、マルチナ、フレン。はあ、私たちだけで十分ですのに。学長の言いつけだよ、姉さん。
The music's on forwarded. I know, right? This is like her theme now. It'd be great if we could cooperate. I'm sure the Chancellor is also thinking of ending our quarrel at least before the expedition to Ur. Harmonia College and Marda College escalated their arguments to a duel. Many were worried about having the two disagreeing colleges join together in the expedition to Ur. Therefore, this must be the Chancellor's way of making peace between the two.
そんなこと分かってますわ。私だって理由なくあなたたちを嫌っていたわけではなくてよ。
So you do dislike us. If I recall correctly, you guys are looking for resources that would serve as the doll's source of power? Oh, okay, so I think they're planning to like replace the... At least, I hope so. I hope they're looking for an alternative to using freaking crystals made, or cores made from the cancer cells of heinous gods. Like...
あなた方の主張が通って家臣は浄化を目指す方針になりましたから、家臣の結晶に代わる労力が必要になったんですわ。
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so they are, or at least these two are, I don't know about Professor Johan, but they are going to try and think of like an alternative power source now. Perhaps she acknowledged the purification process. The tone of her voice did not seem like she held a grudge. If that's the case, I'd love to help. If heinous gods are not needed to operate the dolls, that'd be great.
実は今ドールの各部に発電機能のあるパーツを組み込んで電気信号で動作を行うよう試しているんです。でも家臣の結晶に比べてどうしてもパワー負けしていて、
もっと出力を上げられるよう試行錯誤しているところですわ。そこで思いついたのが蓄電機の開発ですの。
Developing a battery. Oh, so that's why you wanted to seize Tiamat. Tiamat is the origin of the wind, but also has lightning abilities. She also has kin with that ability. To improve her doll, she may be able to provide vital suggestions.
よかった。今度は仲良くできそうね。二人とも旅の間どうかよろしく。
うん、よろしく。 セレスと本当に冒険できるなんて思ってなかったよ。
フレン、遊びに行くのではなくてよ。
そんなこと言って、姉さんだって本当は嬉しいんじゃないの？
違いますわ。学長の命があるからしぶしぶご一緒するんですの。
Sounds like it'll be fun. To tell the truth, Shin worried that matters would become worse. But friends seemed to be happy about the trip, and despite Maltina's complaints, she didn't seem to mind. Shin felt at ease. I think we should get going. Let's work hard to achieve our goals.
そうですわね。エスコートをさせてあげてもよろしくてよ。
Yeah, no problem. Ma'am? Maltina offered her hand naturally as Shin responded similarly.
今度はシンさんが王子様だね。
Oh no! Is that's...
だからそれはもういいんですの。
Maltina became teary-eyed as she withdrew her hand. Oh, we get both of them. Okay. Oh, we're not gonna fit everyone, bro. Hold on. we can't fit everyone here. Also, what is she? She has a wand. Okay. Oh, she already has a crest. What the fuck? Oh, she has... Why is it Arla here, but it's Aruru in the story? That's kind of weird. What does she give? Block properties and increase defense? Okay. Oh right, we also got the type 2 as a crest. I forgot about that. Holy crap. Pursuit properties. Has properties that cause additional damage when attacking the enemy. Okay. Evasion properties. And his properties. Bonus the initiative, shortens skill recast time. Pursuit is probably better on someone who deals more damage. Would fit that though. Also, I have to like check on. Do I bother upgrading Maltina and wait, Dragon Princess Oath? What the? Man, do I bother upgrading Fren and like Maltina's equipment? Like, how much are what do I need for their equipment? Okay, I technically can just upgrade her equipment right now. Same with Fren. I do have like a lot of excess white barrel and like gold. I don't know how worth it is, especially since like I don't know if I can like bring them in front on the main team. Actually, Fren is all ranged, huh? So Fren's actually similar to Henry in that case, where she's all ranged attack. Although he does have like one. Oh, it's an all ranged attack. Oh, okay, so it's all targets, and then he has a heal. Then Maltina is... What? Why is this? It says ranged, but then the icon for it is melee. What the Excuse me? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna... We're not gonna go upgrade their equipment right now. Because we can't even, like, use them on the... Like, we don't have enough space, basically. And I don't really want to swap anyone out. So yeah, let's just continue here. Task of the Wind Dragon. Shin and his friends pass through the freezing valley. Will they be able to overcome trial set by Tiamat? Unplayable. A blizzard roared through the valley. The merciless winds reject its visitors as it drains away their strength. The mountain path was not only decaying, but the snow and ice made it harder to walk. The group climbed up the slope, cautiously while supporting each other.
あと一息ですわよ、フレン。頑張って。
姉さんも。
Friend's face flushed and was gasping from fatigue, yet he smiled and tried to take hold of his sister's hand she let out. But then... Watch out, you two. Maltina lost her balance on the frozen surface. She slipped and fell down the slope, taking Friend with her. Beyond her was a cliff. Shin instantly leapt and slid across the ground to catch up to the two. He reached out to the two who were about to fall off the cliff. Take my hand. Both Maltina and Friend's weight sunk onto Shin's arm. Shin grabbed Maltina's wrist as Maltina held Friend's hand. Hang on tight. I'll pull you both up now. Instead of saving the two, he felt himself being dragged down with them instead. Shin clenched his teeth, unable to muster any strength due to his posture laying on his stomach.
このままではあなたまで落ちてしまいますわよ。
Stay quiet. I'll be fine.
シン、私も。
Celis, don't come here. The ground is unstable. If you come any closer, it might crumble.
だけど。
Damn it. If only I had my gauntlet on. He felt his fingers grow numb. His vision began to turn red, perhaps due to him using all his strength.
姉さん、僕の手を離して。姉さんだけならシンさんも引っ張り上げられるかもしれないでしょ。何を言いますの。できるわけありませんわ。死ぬ時は一緒ですわよ。だけど。ごめん、姉さん。
Friend tried to break his hand free on his own. Fighting against that, Maltina squeezed his hand harder. Their bodies shook as Shin's arms began to tremble as his strength was reaching his limit. I can't at this rate. You two... Sorry. I...
ほら、これは随分な修羅場に通りがかったものだ。
Huh? Shin doubted what he just saw. It was Tiamat in the form of her avatar. She was floating while flapping her wings, right by the cliff where Maltina and Friend hung from.
助けは必要かな？君たちだけでよじ登れるというなら余計なお世話かもしれないが。
Help us! Help! Help! Actually help us, bro. Tiamat.
Hmm?
Help! Help us! I'm at my limit, so please. I need assistance. We need backup. Desperate, Shin had no time for formalities and was shouting to Tiamat for help. A few minutes later, everyone was slumped down on the ground. They were so busy trying to catch their breath, they didn't even feel the cold from the snow.
もうダメかと思いましたわ。助かった。本当に。
Thank you so much, Tiamat. If you were any later, that would have been dangerous.
間に合ってよかった。目の前で落ちたらさすがに後味が悪かったからね。
僕が落ちれば少なくとも姉さんだけは助かったはずなんだけど。
何を言いますの。フレンを見捨てられるはずありませんわ。
でも僕は10魔なんだよ。人間の姉さんとは比べられないよ。
バカをおっしゃい。10魔である前にあなたは私の弟ですわ。弟を見捨てる姉はいません。
姉さん、僕は。
Maltina appeared to be mad as her expression remained stern. Friend seemed stunned at his sister's outburst. Well, I'm glad you two are safe. Shin finally collected his breath. Getting back up, he offered his hand to Maltina, who was seated.
みっともないところをお見せしましたわね。私やフレンが助かったのはあなたのおかげですわ。
With that said, she took hold of Shin's hand. No, it was thanks to Tiamat.
でも シンさんがとっさに掴んでくれなきゃとても間に合わなかったです。
そうですわ。あんなに真剣な顔でご自分の身を危険にさらしてまで腕を伸ばしてくれて。
My body just moved on its own.
シン。
Oh no. Martina looked at Shin with watery eyes. Shin felt a bit thrown off as it was his first time seeing her look at him like that.
二人ともいつまで手を握り合っているの？
Oh my god. Huh? No, this isn't.
タイはありませんわ。
Sure. As Martina got up, she quickly stepped away from Shin.
そろそろ落ち着いたかい？ところでだが。
Tiamat eyed the group as she took a moment to regain her composure.
君たちはここに何をしに来た？物見湯さんというわけではなさそうだが。
それは。
It's for a contract with you, Origin Tiamat. We've come here to the valley to seek your assistance.
いきなりだな。詳しい話を聞かせてもらえるかい？
Yes, well... Shin and the others took turns and explained the details on why they came to visit Tiamat.
なるほど。王子遠征に資源のエレメント。そしてドールの改良か。
私たちはオリジンの力を必要としています。ソシエを守るために契約に応じてもらえますか？
いいよ、契約しても。
あっさり。
Are you sure you can? Since she responded so casually, they were all caught off guard.
けれど、一つ条件をつけてもいいかな。試練と言い換えてもいいけど。
A task?
言ってください。どんな厳しい試練でも私たちは乗り越えてみせます。
うん、いい気迫だ。それじゃあどうしようかな。
Tiamat smirked as she thought for a moment.
まさか今考えてますの？
まあ、君たちの適性と覚悟を見るためだからね。それが確かめられるなら、試練の内容は何だって構わないんだけど。
After a moment, Tiamat clapped her hands.
よし、こうしよう。君たちにはこれから自力で僕の神殿までたどり着いてもらう。
Temple?
向こうの尾根を3つばかり越えた先にね、天然の洞窟に手を加えて作った古いお堂があるんだ。まあ、僕にとっては別宅の一つみたいな感覚だけど。
そこまで行くことが試練だと？
ひょっとして簡単だと思ったかな。巡礼者の真似事ぐらいわけはないと。君たちの想像しているほどこの試練は簡単じゃないよ。なぜなら僕がこれから献身に命じて神殿までの道を守らせるからね。献身を倒して進まなければ君たちはゴールにたどり着けない。
I see how it is. She noticed how serious Tiamat was. While Tiamat acted friendly and was willing to form a contract, she was clearly trying to judge their abilities. Alright. If we reach the temple, you'll form a contract with us, right?
君たちが無事試練をやり遂げることを期待しよう。それじゃあ僕は一足先に行って待っているよ。
Tiamat waved at them lightly before soaring into the skies. She flapped her wings as she flew past the mountains. Watching her leave, they all eyed the mountains they had to conquer up ahead. A god's task. I bet it won't be so easy.
神殿まで行けば目的は達せられるのでしょ？課題はシンプルですわ。さっさと出発しましょう。
ここにいても仕方ないものね。
Tiamat will not save us anymore. As they got ready for combat, they began climbing up the mountain path even more cautiously than before.
騎士としてみんなを守ってみせるわ。
Okay. Oh my god!
私たちならやれて当然なのだわ。
Arya just one shot them. Holy sh! Arya just one shot all of them. What the fuck?
よくわかんないけど、これ今
ここで少しリラックス。
That was a lot of damage. Holy crap.
まあ、ざっとこんなものね。
Okay. Namtar can also one shot them. Okay.
やったー、ラッキー。
Antibiotic herbs. Cool.
Wait, よかった。見つけたのね。
Wait, that's like a
日
new...
頃の研鑽の成果、出てたかな。
That's like a new dragon type I haven't seen before. Either that or I'm just forgetting. Forgetting what it looked like. Uh...
日頃の研鑽の成果、出てたかな。
Rest of Kululu.
いいもの拾っちゃった。
Ooh, gold ore. That's the 3 of them.
休むのも仕事のうち。ね。
So there's a trap there. You can go around the trap.
まあ、ざっとこんなものね。
I guess most of the enemies here are like weak against fire. So if Arya goes first, she just
もらっていきましょう。
blasts the entire group of enemies.
これが私の騎士道よ。
まあ、ざっとこんなものね。
ねえねえ、
To
これっていいものかしら。
Okay.
「私たちならやれて当然なのだわ。
So I'm gonna go around the trap instead.
お、見つけた。
Orichalcum.
ここで一息つきま
It's
しょう。
another high tier material. Let's go here.
よし、この調子でいこう。
I can 580 damage on one of them.
よかった。見つけたのね。ここで一息つきましょう。ねえねえ、これっていいものかしら。もらっていきましょう。
Heliodor.
よかった。見つけたのね。
Oh yeah, we're starting to get some mid-high. Oh, what the... Ushumgalu. Has properties to gain evasion against melee attacks. 150 resistance to fire? That's weak to earth. I have like no earth. I think the only earth I have is like Henry? I think Henry's the only one who has earth attacks here. Ow. I can't like... Okay, there we go. Is it weak to accounts? It's like resistant to... Oh wait, no, it's not resistant to light, but like... normal to light. No! Namtar died! Are you serious? Good thing I have like 2 units that can like heal. I'm like doing everything I can to like keep the whole team alive. I think Henry's like just stuck on high heal Stitch now because I have to keep healing. Actually, is there something that's preventing Arya from healing? Oh. HP cannot be recovered. Each ability is reduced by 10%. Oh. I have to use Moonlight Stitch on her, I think, to get rid of that. I might have to also like clear there. Okay, now I can start healing. Look at all the freaking effects.
自分の信念をどこまでも貫くまで。
I had to like manual that one. Yeah, like so much HP. Okay.
ここで少しリラックス。
And then there's like a box on the other side, so I'm gonna go through this and pick this up, whatever the hell this is.
なんか拾ったぞ。
White barrel. I should have used it for 1,000 of mercury. No, man. Even though we have like a map for that, I would think that would have helped that much. That was such a curveball though. It's been a while actually. Like, it's been a very long while since we had like a hard fight like
ここ
that.
で少しリラックス。
That I had to like manual it.
お腹ペコペコだぞ。
Like in the middle of that too, I was like trying to get out of the auto battle so I could manual it. Took like freaking I think 3 cycles. Here, Foster the VN. You had to lock in for a visual novel, bro. Traveling through the snowy mountains was extremely tough. They had to cross a ravine where they could easily get lost. On top of that, they had to battle against the kin of the wind. By the time they spotted their destination, everyone was beyond exhausted. A hole in the sides of the snow-covered mountain can be seen. It was much simpler than imagined, but that must be the temple of Tiamat.
そこまで行けば。もう少しですわ。
Grabbing on the rocks, they crawled up the last slope. About 20 meters before the cave, the path was finally flat. As they collected their breath, they gradually got closer.
待ってシン、あそこにいるの？
Yeah, I know. Someone stood in front of the cave. A gust of wind blew as the mist cleared up and the figure was clearly visible. We have to fight her? Tiamat.
いや、到着おめでとう。ここまで大変だっただろう。よくたどり着いたね。
Tiamat applauded in front of them to celebrate their accomplishment.
じゃあ試練終わりですか？僕たちやり遂げたの？
They had to fight Tiamat, I think.
そうだね。お疲れ様と言いたいところだけど。
Tiamat stopped clapping. Soon after, Shin felt a tremendous presence that gave him goosebumps. Instantly, he looked up above. Right, because this is just the avatar, right? The actual Tiamat is the dragon. Tiamat's actual body?
こちらへ降りてきて。
Oh my god. A huge shockwave was created as the massive dragon landed. The snow also was scattered as they quickly covered their faces.
神殿にたどり着くまでが試練だ。ここはまだ神殿じゃない。僕の言いたいことがわかるかい？
Go past the origin, Tiamat, and reach the temple.
できるなら別に素通りしていっても構わないな。やり方は君たちに任せる。ところでだけど。
Both the origin and her avatar turned to look at Maltina.
そのドールは 僕たち送信の犠牲で成り立っているんだったね。マルドゥックのこともあるし、ちょっと許せないな。
Oh, her face. Oh, she's pissed.
ドールに敵意を向けますの？
こっちに来る。姉さん、応戦を。
ドールとそれを操る遠近術師を狙うことにしよう。彼女をおとりにすればうまく突破できるかもね。
Massive Dragon changed directions. She was obviously planning to go after Maltina. If we can get away from Maltina and go the roundabout way, we may be able to run straight to the cave.
シン、まさか二人を見捨てるつもり？
No way. We came all the way here. I plan on accomplishing the task together with all of us. And Celes, you would say that the Knight's creed is to protect their friends, right?
シン、ええ、その通りよ。
Defending the two, Shin moved up to the front of the party as Celes followed.
いいね。これで仲間を無視するようだったら、尻尾で全身の骨を粉々にした後、ブレスで氷漬けにしていたところだったよ。
Oh my god, dude. She's pulling out every single test, man. She's pulling out every test question and every trick question, bro. That's so mean.
まったくハルモニア派の皆さんは物好きの集まりですわね。
ありがとうございます、シンさん。僕たちで協力してティアマトを退けましょう。
Yes, the guy that. Yeah. That's that's gonna be the reward after all of this. Alright, friend. Get ready to do it. We'll coordinate with Maltina's doll to strike Tiamat.
いいですわ。ダンスパートナーとして不足はありません。
Shin and the others went up against the colossal Tiamat boldly. The final task from the origin of the wind was about to begin. Okay, well, I'm definitely not gonna... 10,000? 10,000? 10,000 HP? Oh my god, what? Did she have 10,000 the last time? Because we did fight her once before, right? I don't remember her having 10,000 HP. Her only weakness is Earth. Her only weakness is Earth, and I don't have that many characters with Earth damage, so this might be a problem. We definitely don't want to use wind and light either, and we don't have water. Let's load back and far until the end of the stream. No, no, man. I'm gonna pray for the paralysis and stun on this, and then we can't use lights and wind at all. Use work rose. Is this a soft lock? No. It's okay. No. We're gonna fight this, man. I'm going to fight this. I think I can do this. We just have to avoid like any of the wind attacks. I don't know what she's gonna open with though, so I don't want to use my SP on that. I'll just use crossguard share for now, and then Gravity Press. She's not weak to dark, right? She's just normal. Ow! Okay. Okay, that didn't do as much damage, but we're gonna need to start healing now. Just gonna keep inflicting like all of the status debuffs we have on her. Okay, piercing arrow is not gonna do any damage, so we're not gonna do that. I think we can go for another. Actually, no, we can try Guardian Note. And then another gravity press. Did I already? Yeah, I already have reduction on her technique, so we don't have to do gravity press anymore. I think we'll go with Fire Dagger. I think most of my damage is going to be coming from Namtar here. Because she has the crit. Let's do Venom shots. And then another heal. Armor Divide. We're doing fine so far. I probably don't need to heal, yeah. We're full HP, we don't need to heal. We'll do another War Cross. And then Panzer Charge. Another grab press for damage. Do I already have physical vulnerability here? I think I do. Okay, the defense and like the healing is like kicking in, so we're barely taking any damage. Fire Cross. When we get like full full SP, I'm gonna do like 3 special attacks. So, Etheric Edge, Rush String, Lancer Charge, Fire Arrow, and then Cross Vanish. Oh my god, she did so much damage! Nounter did so much damage there, okay.
行きますわよカリーナ。リッパーロールアクション。
Shin and Cells created a gap as Maltina's doll, Karina, charged through. Using her flexibility, Karina swung the blades on her arms in all directions. She spun rapidly like a top and cut through the hard scales of Tiamat.
今ですわ。シンセレ
Blade set. Lock on.
うがてピアッシングアロー。
Blades shot out simultaneously from Shin and Cella's ether gears. Their target was Tiamat's chest. The blades went straight toward the hole in the scales that Karina protruded. The twin blades struck Tiamat in the chest. Her massive body arched back as she lost her balance.
今のうちですわ。洞窟まで行けば私たちの勝ちですの。
待って、マルチナ、ブレスが来る。
As Tiamat wobbled, she opened her jaw. A sub-zero gale rushed toward Maltina.
やらせない。
The dagger thrown by friend struck the ground by Maltina's foot. His ability was triggered by using the daggers as a medium. Multiple daggers were connected by a red light and formed a circle that created a wall of blazing heat.
今だ。ファイヤーウォール。
Right before Tiamat's breath reached Maltina, a fire pillar rose. The embers became a wall that protected her and deflected the frigid gust. High heat and freezing cold air clashed and created a tremendous explosive sound.
長くは持ちません。シンさん、姉さん、早く。
Gotcha. Shin responded with a shout as he ran close to Maltina, who was covered in a cloud of steam. Hang on tight.
何をしますの？
If only he had time to explain. Shin forcibly grabbed her body and got out of Tiamat's breath zone. Right as the firewall was extinguished and the area was slashed by sharp wind blades, Shin and the others dove right into the cave. That was close.
フレンがいなかったら私たち全滅していたかも。助かったわフレン。
無我夢中だったから。僕、攻撃はあまり得意じゃないけど、これくらいはしないとね。
Maltina, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Oh no. That look. Maltina? Shin looked down at Maltina, still in his arms. She had been silent for a while as she gazed up at Shin with shimmering eyes. What's wrong? Did you get hurt?
私は大丈夫ですわ。それよりそろそろ下ろしてくださる？
Ah, sorry. Shin apologized before gently letting her go. Maltina's face was flushed as she quickly turned away to hide the redness. Are you sure you're okay?
いきなりのお姫様抱っこで驚いただけですわ。シンは私を助けようとしてくださったのですわよね。
Well, yeah. Shin scratched his cheek to hide his embarrassment. He didn't intend to carry her like a princess, but now that she mentioned it, he felt slightly awkward.
そういえば私、シンにお姫様抱っこしてもらったことなかったわね。これでも私、お姫様なのだけど。
Huh? Well, I didn't have the chance to?
セレスは姫である前に騎士ですものね。
確かに。ごっこ遊びのこと蒸し返すわけじゃないけど、立ち居振る舞いがお話の中の騎士みたいだもの。
ああ、どうせ私はお姫様らしくないわよ。
The Tiamat dolls may be the same as those necromancer that raised your friend and said, "Hey, that's efficient." Kinda. I mean, probably not directly like that, but that's kind of the vibe. Although I think she's just more pissed about the fact that, like, they didn't even bother to try and like purify. I mean, of course, we don't know if like the gods themselves knew if there was like a way to purify the heinous gods. But yeah, like if you imagine like your friends are like being kept alive but also being forcibly induced with cancer to produce like power sources, then yeah, they'd probably be really pissed too, you know?
あら、今頃気づいたんですの？
言うわね、マルッチナ。もう一度お姫様抱っこして崖の上から落っことしてあげてもいいわよ。
Oh shit. Sala spread her arms and pretended to lunge at Maltina. Maltina let out a giggle as she quickly fled from her hands coming after. Seems like they're getting along.
この感じ、昔の姉さんとセレスに近いかもです。
It's good that they get along now.
はい。
Ren happily nodded in response to Shin's words.
やあ、談笑しているところ邪魔するよ。
Tiamat. The avatar version of Tiamat made an appearance instead of the giant dragon. She casually strolled in from the same entrance they came in from.
身構えることはないよ。もう試練は終わった。この洞窟に入った時点で君たちは見事試練をやり遂げたんだ。
You're very good friends.
本当に？
僕が本気だったらとっくにこの洞窟に向かってブレスを吐いてるさ。そうしたら君たちなんてあっという間におだぶつだ。
Imagining how that would be like, Friend trembled and curled up.
まあさっきは僕も少々熱くなった。本気じゃないと試練にならないとはいえ、ちょっと大人げなかったかもしれないね。
でも私たちは試練に勝った。つまり契約していただけるのですね、ティアマト。
もちろん約束を違えるつもりはないと思う。
With that said, Tiamat approaches Shin.
賢者の石に資源のエレメントを集める。そのための方法を君は知っているかい？
How? Oh. Ceremony played back in Shin's mind. Ceremony, yeah, sure.
経験済みか。説明する手間が省けて助かるよ。しかし罪な男だね、君も。
Sure, ceremony. Yeah, let's go with that. Ceremony. Celas and the others seemed puzzled as Shin continued to panic. Tiamat grins, noticing the contrasting reactions.
これから僕とシンは神殿の奥で儀式をしなければならない。君たち悪いけど、それが終わるまで待っててくれるかい？
儀式ですか？
契約に関わることなんですのね。え？構いませんわよ。
ありがとう。それじゃあ行こうか、シンくん。
Sure. Urged by Tiamat, they made their way to the back of the path. Shin felt oddly guilty as he felt the stares of Celas and the others against his back.
戻ってきた。
Okay,
シン
it's
さん
your
と
Echo.
ティアマト様です。
Oh no. Thanks for waiting. We finished the ceremony. His friends are waiting for him in the same area. He apologized for taking time as he regrouped with them.
守備はどうだったんですの？オリジンとの契約は無事できたのかしら？
Yeah, no need to worry about that. I managed to form a contract with Tiamat. I completed my mission to collect the element as well.
やったわね、シン。ここまで来た甲斐があったわ。
Yeah. Shin felt guilty seeing Celis, who was honestly happy for him. He wondered how she'd look at him if she knew the details of the ceremony.
そういえばそっちの君、ドールの改良の話だけど。
はい。ご助力いただけるんですの？先ほどの話ですと、ドールを敵視されているようでしたけど。
まあ、そういう送信も中にはいるけどね。僕は中立の立場だよ。試練の時、ああいう言い方になったのは、まあ場の流れさ。
Sure. Sure, you're neutral. Yeah, sure.
は
話を戻すと、献身に電気を司る奴がいてね。彼に相談してみるといい。僕が紹介してあげるよ。
あ。まあ、感謝しますわ、ティアマト。
Maltina appeared puzzled, though once a concrete plan was proposed to her, she instantly broke into a smile.
それで電気を司るってどんな送信なんですか？僕たちと契約してくれるでしょうか？
さーて、少しばかり気難しいやつだからね。まあ、僕の紹介なら会ってくれるはずだけど。
大丈夫かな？僕たちハルモニア派と違って契約の場数は踏んでないから。
心配いりませんわ。送信の1体や2体、私ならすぐに契約してみせます。
Ah.
でも
Friend seemed worried, unlike Maltina, who was very confident.
乗りかかった船だし手伝うわよ。ねえシン。
Of course, I'm curious to see this god. Maltina and Friend helped us this time too.
あら、そこまで言うなら手伝っていただこうかしら。
Yeah, you can count on us. Tiamat? Shin furrowed his brow, seeing Tiamat burst into laughter.
あ、ごめん。けれど、君たちなら心配いらないと思ってね。きっと、彼に気に入ってもらえる。
どういうことですの？
彼の姿は大きな電気うなぎなんだ。ぬめぬめした体を美しいものに巻きつけるのが好きでね。その点、君たちだったら申し分ない。
Excuse me? What? Dude, that's a crazy sentence. What the fuck do you mean? Maltina's face instantly turned pale.
セレス？さっき手伝うって言いましたわよね。
言ったかしら。でも。
At Maltina's questions, Celis blatantly averted her gaze.
送信は美しいものが好きなのでしょ？だったらほら、マルチナの方が良くなくて？
あら、そんなことありませんわ、セレスティアーナ。なんといっても、あなたは王女ですもの。あなたの美しさには、さすがの私もかないませんわ。
いいえ、マルチナ、あなたの方が。
Certain JP tags again. Bro!
セレス、あなたでしょ？
Celis and Maltina were shoving their beauties against each other. Friend watched the two, flustered and unsure what to do.
どうしましょう、シンさん。
Don't ask me.
シン？そうですわ。ここは殿方に決めてもらいましょうか。
明暗ね。シン、私とマルチナ、美しいのはどちらだと思う？
What kind of fucking trick question is this, bro? Fucking neither of them want to win. But then if Shin answers, it's still gonna feel bad for the other one. What the? There's like no winning here, dude. What the fuck? What? Their attention suddenly came toward him. No matter who he chose, it would be bad. Shin felt a cold sweat break out on his face. That's such a sudden question. I can't really answer.
あなたの答えなら受け入れますわ。さあ、シン、男ならはっきりと答えなさ
ええ、選ばれても選ばれなくても恨むし根に持つけど覚悟はできているわ。
she just still resent you and hold a grudge. Bro, there's no winning here. What the fuck, man? You're making it harder for me. As Shin continued to fluster, the two pressured him silently. The few seconds felt unbelievably long for Shin. And then... she was like, oh, she must deal with it alone. Tiamat suddenly burst into laughter as if she couldn't take it anymore. Shin and the others turned to her curiously. Tiamat?
言い忘れたけどね。美しいというのは彼の美意識に照らしての基準なんだ。人間の感覚とはちょっと違ってね。
Huh?
それって
彼の好物は細く引き締まった筋肉でね。女性のふくよかな体は余分な脂肪と捉えてしまうんじゃないかな。
What?
つまり
この場で回答するのは
Everyone's eyes focused on Shin. He felt cornered in a different way from before. Oh no.
おめでとう、シン。君なら適任だ。
What? Am I a joke to you, Tiamat? After some twists and turns, Shin managed to safely make a contract with the god of electricity. The group began to make their way back. The journey was no doubt grueling, but the joy of achieving their goal made their walk seem easier. Except Shin, of course. Ugh, I still feel my body tingling. Oh no! Bro.
工房に戻ったら血の薬調合して持ってきましょうか。
Hemorrhoid medicine? What the What do you mean? Was there a scene? Oh my god, dude. Well, I'm gonna find out eventually, but... God. What do you mean hemorrhoid medicine, bro? What the fuck? Thanks, friend. I'll be fine. What? No, the fuck you're not, bro. What the fuck? What is this? Bro. Oh, I didn't think I'd go all the way in there. Whoa! No. Bro! What is this? Dude! What do you mean it'd go all the way in there? What the fuck, man? What is this? He quickly shook off the feeling crawling back at... Oh my god. Sadly, he was feeling... Oh my god, I can't read this. When you know the context, I can't fucking read this like normally, dude. What the fuck? He was feeling great, mostly due to the electrotherapy he encountered, though that gave him mixed feelings. What the fuck, man?
"そんなに落ち込まないでください。
He's getting it down like that, huh? I'm okay. It's not like I took on much damage or anything. No, I think you took a lot of damage from that one. What the fuck?
イさん、綺麗でしたから。
That doesn't help. That doesn't help, bro. Huh?
シン、セレス、ハルモニア派の皆さん、今回は助かりましたわ。
Same here. It was a fun journey.
また機会があれば一緒に探索したいわね。
私たちがライバルであることを忘れてもらっては困りますわ。今回はあくまで特別ですの。
Yeah,
けれど
special case. Yeah, fun. Maltina turned away, though as if she remembered something. She turned back around.
まあ気が向いたら協力するのもやぶさかではありませんわ。 私たちはライバルですけど、それは最も互いを認め合っているということでもありますものね。
Is this game acceptable for Twitch? Well, to be fair, Spar, this game doesn't exist according to Twitch. I can't even list it as the game that I'm playing on the stream because it's not in the list of games. You know how my stream is actually listed as no game? Because I obviously can't like put it as just chatting because we're not just chatting, we're actually playing a game here. Outlaw stream, yeah. we're we're in like the underground section of like we're in like some sketchy street, bro.
行きますわよ、フレン。
それじゃあ皆さん、またよろしくお願いします。
Maltina led the way, his friend quickly went after her. Shin watched them leave while feeling both sad and pleased.
私たちも工房に戻りましょう。事務局に帰還の報告もしないとね。
That's right, we were absent from college for a while. We also have to check the materials we gathered from this journey too.
その前に、さすがに一度体を休めたいけど。
Yeah, you're right. Remembering the pain in his butt, Shin agreed with mixed feelings. Oh! Chapter 5? Okay, we're chapter 5 now. We're in chapter 5 now. We're at 60%. Okay. We have like 40% to go. I don't know how much more chapter 5 is gonna be, but we're chapter 5 finally. New farming map! Yay! Okay, that's something I can do off stream. I'll go and check like what the materials are off stream. In the meantime, let's actually, do we have any new key items we need to craft? No. Okay. We just have the main story here. So, Guidance of the Sun. The elites from the academy and military gathered to begin the expedition to Ur. Their path is illuminated by the god of the sun. Are we not gonna get the Wait, we're going to the expedition first before getting like Apsu and Kibe? We also didn't get Shamash yet anyway. Huh. Interesting. It was the day of the expedition to Ur. That day, people witnessed something. The light from the sky turning into a beacon. What? The sky suddenly got dark. Don't tell me, is this what the king spoke about? Hey, look at that. In the distant sky, spreading its wings, was a bird shedding divine light. The bird's name is Shamash, the origin of the sun, and the symbol of the Cagliostro royal family. To fulfill her pact with King Faust, Shamash was holding the sun above her head. Using her powers, she interfered with the movement of the sun. The sun was eclipsing. Darkness filled the area, but a single ray let out a bright, blinding light. The streak of light turned into a beam and extended into the distance. To Ur, the sunlight that illuminated the world became a sword that pierced through the layers of dust. Whoa.
すごいのだわ。あれがシャマシュの力。太陽の光を収束させてダストを貫いている。
The real solar beam. With the sunlight concentrating to a single point, the area around them was as dim as night. In the mystical, shadowy world, those who gathered could not help but be stunned at the view. Shin and the Harmonia College. Professor Johann, Maltina, and the Marduk College. Aside from them were plenty of alchemists present to take part in the expedition. Major Alexandra and soldiers of the military were there as well. With members of the academy and the military, elite forces from the kingdom of Caglioso have gathered to take part in the expedition to Ore. Apart from a few vanguard troops, the main expedition group was gathered in the forecourt of the academy.
太陽神シャマシの名役はここに果たされた。見よ、彼方の空を。ダストの曇天にうがたれた巨大な風穴を。
I tried to enable the video. Asking for rage game like carded. What? Are you serious? What?
あれこそ大杖の一条の道筋。我らの遠征を成功に導くための光の終弁なり。いざ勇敢なる遠征隊の諸君よ。こたびの遠征が大津の謎を暴き、最悪を退ける短所となることを望む。
All of the alchemists in the academy. Wait, actually, I think I was supposed to read the other. Loud cheers from the trees filled the area. All of the alchemists in the academy, including the Harmonia College and Marla College, were now united and eager to go on the expedition to Ore. Guys. Turning to Henry and the others, Shin put his arm out. The others noticed his intentions and placed their hands on top of Shin.
頑張ろうね。シン、みんな。ソニア先生にいい報告をするためにも。
大津まで行って全員無事で帰ってくるの。なんもた、やるぞ。
Alright, Harmonia College, let's go to Ore. Everyone's shouts echoed. Getting fired up in the group circle, they all looked up at the sky in the distance. Beyond the layer of dust that was pierced by Shamash's sun was a border that they were aiming for. Shin carefully steered the image of the scenery into his eyes. In ancient times, when oblivion wasn't too serious, the journey to the border was considered a pilgrimage to the apostles. Myths say Hermes the Apostle once led people from the outside world to settle on the continent of Arceus before their world was destroyed. The people first settled at the northern edge of the continent's outer rim. That was the border between Sosia and Ore. The expedition headed for this border. They headed north through the tunnel of the dust formed by the sun. They were making good progress without major issues and were about to cross the northern forest that they abandoned previously due to a massive oblivion forming.
各員、ドールと連携してカイマを掃討。前衛のドールが撃ち漏らした敵を確固撃破するんだ。
The unit consisting of soldiers and dolls attacked the ash demons detected by the search team. Words bring a gun unavailable in your country. That too was particularly outstanding, and every time he defeated an ash demon, the soldiers were clearly influenced and fired up.
遠征隊全体が左右に展開して索敵範囲を広げ有機的に連携する。さすがヨハン教授の提唱した戦術は有効だな。ハルモニア派の考えた移動式結界も部隊の損害を抑えている。ダストノードも許容範囲だ。この
Whoops.
ハルモニア派の考えた移動式結界も部隊の損害を抑えている。ダストノードも許容範囲だ。この調子で進めばいいが。
Major, we've got a report from the Vanguard unit. The forest ends 5 kilometers ahead, and the topography is expected to change.
了解した。至急陛下に連達。部隊を止めて指示を仰ぐ。樹海の終端、いよいよ阻止への果てに至るか。
Angel Alexandra muttered while watching the soldier run off. Her words were half right and half wrong. What the expedition crew saw after exiting the forest was a vast desert that seemed to extend forever. It was on the edge of the Arceus continent, extending across the endless landscape. The sand is mixed with a little bit of dust. Probably was once a rich forest, but due to the dust eroding the area, it turned into a desert.
侵食が続く限り砂漠は広がっていくばかりなのね。私この景色を見たことがある。
Do you remember something, Henry?
はっきりした記憶じゃないけど、でもこの砂漠を渡ってシンと出会った、そんな気がするの。
Astarte who created Henry is beyond the desert and is within the borders. If that's true, it'll all make sense.
この砂漠をエンリは一人で越えてきたと？疑うわけではないけど、そんなことが可能なのかしら。
Henry only remembers bits and pieces about her mission in Astarte. There's no mistake something traumatic must have happened to her. Henry turned away quietly. Finding what he said may have been insensitive, he gently placed his hand on her back.
大丈夫なの。この先に私の知りたい真実がある。だったら確かめに行く覚悟はできているのだわ。
Yeah, you're right. We finally made it all the way here. Agreeing with Henry's words, they all nodded.
あれ見ろし。
That's... In the distant skies, a cloud of smoky sand rose. The dust surged in the air and created a wall that was blocking their way. It's a sandstorm that's heading this way.
ダスト混じりの砂嵐なんてまともに浴びたらひとたまりもないのだわ。みんなフードをかぶって。決壊準備。気流の流れを操って砂嵐をそらすよ。
The same order was sent by Faust, who was in the center of the team. Barriers began to form from each expedition team. They were all assembled by Faust in the center and created a stronger barrier that covered the entire team. The sandstorm soon reached where Shin and the others were. We somehow made it. Is everyone alright?
なんとか。けどいきなりの洗礼だね。侵食された地は人の生きる環境ではなくなっている。知ってはいたけど。
Thanks to the barrier, the sandstorm avoided the expedition team. From a bird's eye view, the surroundings of the barrier created a gaping hole inside a large dust plain. The dust that hit the walls of the barrier made sparking sounds. The noise surrounded Shin and the others who had to shout to talk. Seems like we have to wait until the sandstorm passes.
早く通り過ぎればいいのに。
Thankfully, the barrier managed to keep its shape until the sandstorm calmed. But once their vision became clear, they saw an unexpected scene of devastation. This is...
砂が崩れてまるで水みたいに流れてるの。
It's quicksand. Looking down from the inside of the barrier on a dune, they were left stunned. The phenomenon appeared to have spread widely. As far as they can see, the quicksand appeared on hills up ahead as well. We can't move forward in this condition. There's no way we can continue in a formation.
陣形が崩れたら結界の強度も下がる。そんな状態でまたさっきのような砂嵐に襲われたら。
Matters were getting worse than expected. Everyone was at a loss for words as the dry winds of the desert brushed across them.
シン、学長が各班の代表に招集をかけてる。よかったらシンにも来てほしいんだけど。
I wonder if we're gonna discuss our upcoming plans.
多分学長なら明暗があるかもしれないしね。
Let's hope for that. Shin followed Arya's hand gesture as they headed to the center where the Chancellor was. Silas and Henry stayed put.
来たか、アリア君、シン。
Next to Chancellor Faust was Professor Johann and other high-level alchemist instructors gathered on site. Shin tilted his head as the Chancellor spoke as if he was waiting for their arrival. What is it?
先ほどの砂嵐と流砂について分かったことがあってな。レプガント教授が観測用のドローンを飛ばしていてくれたおかげなのだが。
They have drones? They have drones? What?
あの状況で飛ばせるドローンがあったんですか？さすがレプガント教授。
And what did you discover?
あの砂嵐と流砂は単なる自然現象ではない。我々を妨害するため何者かが明確な意志を持って起こしたものだ。
No way.
ドローンは地中を移動する巨大な影を確認している。異常現象はその移動ルートに沿って起こっていた。
巨大な影、何でしょうか？
決まっている。過信だ。砂嵐は我々を陣化させるため、流砂は逃さぬため。その目的ははっきりしている。それにこれほど大規模な現象を起こすとなると、地の送信でもかなり高位の個体が酷化していると見ていいだろう。エンシェント級、あるいは地のオリジン、キュベか。
They only have fire and wind though. If it's an earth element, how can they purify that? Ah, fuck. Oh no. No way. Shin raised his voice in surprise. He couldn't stand the idea of Kibe turning into a heinous god.
キュベ様とは樹海の侵食の時会っています。少なくともあの時はまだ酷化してなくて、私たちの力になってくれました。
破壊者アグリッパの策で傷を受けたとも報告が入っている。あれ以来キュベは確認されていない。
父がいます。私の父アルベルトスはキュベ様と行動を共にしていました。父からはキュベ様が酷化したというような知らせは届いていません。
Most likely it was the avatar, right? At least probably not the real one.
君たち親子はそんな頻繁に連絡を取っているのかね。異変はアルベルトス氏をも巻き込んでいるのかもしれん。
父の身に何かあったって言うんですか？
Arya raised her voice as she leaned forward. Shin reached out to her shoulder and eased her. Calm down, Arya. Professor Yuan is only stating a possibility.
教授も控えよ。事態は切迫しておる。我らは建設的な議論をするべきであろう。
私は地のオリジンの関与が疑わしいと指摘しただけなのですがね。
いずれにしろ過信なら対処せねばならん。マウザー少佐、周辺の状況はどうなっているかね。
The Faust's called. The major who was on standby stepped forth.
砂嵐はほぼ収まりましたが、流砂は散発的に続いています。ドールか少数の部隊ならともかく、遠征隊全体での移動は難しいかと。ただ後方の流砂は小規模なので、今ならば樹海へ引き返すことも可能です。
前方の脅威を何とかして進むか、あるいは後退するか、二つに一つというわけだな。
過信を放置すればまたいつ砂嵐に襲われるか分かりません。進むというならその排除は必須でしょうな。そこで問題になってくるのがだが、
Professor Johan pointed his chin toward the Harmonia College as if he knew where the conversation was heading.
遠征隊の方針により我々は気安く過信を討滅できない。可能なら浄化、そうでなくとも封印措置を施すことになっている。この決まりは当然今回にも適用されると考えていいのだね。
Yes, of course. We'd like to save the heinous gods. Even if it's not Kibe, if a god with this much power is purified, they should become a great assistance to us.
しかし現実問題として浄化は容易ではない。流砂の中、大部隊での移動は危険となれば、浄化や封印に適した少数精鋭での任務遂行が求められる。
ハルモニア派にその任を負わせようというのですか？
Picking up what Professor Yuan intended to say, the major questioned him. Her tone was signaling caution towards Shin and the others.
これは合理的な判断だ。ドールや兵士では浄化も封印も実行できない。ハルモニア派が最も適任なのだ。それは君たちも自負するところだろう。
Yes, I agree. Shin was aware of the provocation, but nodded in response. We'll nullify the heinous god. That way the expedition team can continue advancing.
その通り、明快な帰結だ。
レプガント教授、
観測ドローンで得たデータをこちらにも回してくれませんか？
Receiving the data, Arya quickly looked through it.
なるほど。対象は地中を動いているけど、流砂を追っていけば追跡はできそうですね。これなら。
やる気かね、アリア君。
結論を出すのは一度戻って仲間と話し合ってからになりますけど、でも家臣の相手に適任なのが私たちっていう指摘は間違ってないと思いますから。
Countering Professor Johan's provocative comment, Arya grinned.
いいのですか、陛下。彼らだけに家臣の対処を任せるのはあまりに危険です。それにハルモニア派には姫様が。
ここには安全な場所などどこにもないのだよ、少佐。この遠征に参加した者は皆覚悟してきた。
Faust sounded solemn as he cut the Major's words off.
無論セレスとて同様だ。いや、あの子は止めたとて聞かぬだろうな。
はい、そう思います。
I think Celes would even volunteer to lead us. Knowing her personality, Shin and Arya let out a chuckle naturally.
わかりました。陛下がそのようなお考えであれば、これ以上私が何か言うことでもありません。しかしせめて私を姫様の一行に加えていただくことはできませんか？姫様のおそばで少しでも力になりたいのです。
うん。どうかな、シン、アリア君。
一応セレスに聞いてみますけど、私たちに異論はありません。
It would be very supportive if the Major could come along.
ありがとう。よろしく頼む。
The Major offered her non-prosthetic hand. Shin took it and shook it, firmly. Shin and Arya returned to where the Harmonia College was waiting and explained the situation to them. With their approval, the Harmonia College decided to deal with the heinous god on their own. There was an additional support by the dolls and the soldiers taking part, but at the same time, it did not change the fact that they were still leaping into a deadly situation. As the remaining crew focused entirely on the Harmonia College, their quest was about to unfold. Sorry.
さあ、力を合わせていきましょう。
Oh, we have 8 characters now. I can't use all of them. Bruh. Okay. We in the desert. And there's like a river of quicksand over here. Okay.
お、見つけた。
For spiritual Mercury. She does so much damage with that one. Okay.
Hey! 私たちならやれて当然なのだわ。
やった。
ここで一息つきましょう。使命のためにもっと強くなるの。
これは嬉しいわね。
よくわかんないけど、これいいものか？
これは嬉しいわね。
Golden mushroom.
God, 自分の信念をどこまでも貫くまで。
God, Namtar does so much damage, which, like, to be fair, expected since like I gave her the highest tier weapon we have available.
お、見つけた。よし、この調子でいこう。
That actually did some
これが
damage.
私の騎士道よ。
使命のためにもっと強くなるの。よかった、見つけたのね。ねえねえ、これっていいものかしら。使命のためにもっと強くなるの。お腹ペコペコだぞ。
よし、この調子でいこう。
ねえねえ、これっていいものかしら。
Okay. That's everything.
ここで少しリラックス。
Making sure they don't get caught in the quicksand, Shin and the others walked cautiously. To inspect the terrain, they chose a relatively large dune to climb up. Below them was a sea of sand and ash. The chilly, dry air made the world seem terribly plain. We can go in a straight line due to the quicksand, but I think we are definitely getting closer to the goal.
家臣らしき反応も動いてないし、何事もなければこのまま追いつけそうだね。
待って、シン、アリア、あそこ。
Noticing the change, Henry raised her voice and pointed. Is that a swarm of ash demons?
もう行ったそばから。
On the sand slope, black and gray lumps began to emerge. In the distance, they can see their feet getting caught in the quicksand and some were even getting separated from their group. That's strange.
何が？
I thought the quicksand was made so we couldn't escape, but seeing that makes me wonder since the ash demons can't move freely either.
カイマも環境に適応できてない。無差別ということかしら。砂の牢獄に閉じ込めさえすれば、あとはじっくり料理しようってことじゃない？
いや、リュウサによる封鎖は完璧ではない。我々が出発した時点で樹海に戻る退路は確保されていた。
Yeah, if the god was planning to isolate the expedition team, they would have blocked the rear as well, but the quicksand didn't do that. It's as if it doesn't want anything to proceed further. Shin's thoughts were cut off by the sudden explosion in the distant dune.
あそこ、誰か戦ってるぞ。
That's... Narrowing his eyes, Shin was shocked to see who it was. It's Master and Agrippa!
どうして父さんがここに？
Albertus was in the middle of a fight between Agrippa and his ash demons. He seemed to be making use of the quicksand, but there were too many enemies. It would only be a matter of time before he's taken down.
助立ちしましょう。
We better hurry. With Shin leading the way, they all ran down the dune. The sandy hills made running difficult. Even while they were heading there, the explosions were still going off up ahead and clouds of dust rose. We won't make it at this rate.
任せろ。バトルアーム HE 弾装填。インパクト。
The Major held up her prosthetic arm as she ran. She fired immediately and her body arched back from the shock. A Both drew an arch in the sky and a massive explosion on the battlefield followed a few seconds later.
いつの間にそんな武器使用になかったはずなの。
オーズ遠征すると聞けば秘密兵器の一つや二つは準備する。マルドゥック派の協力もあったからな。しかし威力は申し分ないが反動が大きすぎるな。接近戦では使いづらいか。
That's like a freaking heavy armament. That's like the kind of thing you would put on like a recoilless rifle, but because it's on her hand, you can't have it be recoilless unless you put like exhausts on her freaking arm. Like freaking so she doesn't get like pushed by the blowback, bro. Again, as the major muttered, she swung her real arm around.
ちょっとあっちには父さんもいるのに巻き込まれちゃったらどうするの？
心配は無用だ。狙いはつけている。今の砲撃は敵の注意をこちらへ向けるためのものだ。
でも
喋っている暇があったら走れ。敵が混乱している間に距離を詰めるぞ。
Even after that, the Major continued to fire shots. Shin worried about seeing her shoot while running, but she was well balanced and didn't seem to collapse from the gunfire.
さすがサーシャね。見て。
衝撃で地滑りが起きましたか。うまく分断できたようです。
Now's her chance. Several of the ash demons were caught in the sand. Shin quickly took the roundabout way to reach the rear end of the swarm and get behind Agrippa, who was leading them. Agrippa, you're up against us now.
うぬらまたシャシャリ出てきよったか。けー、あと少しでアルベルタスめを始末できたもの。
そんなことさせない。父さん無事。
Arya shouted toward Albertus, who has passed Agrippa and the ash demons.
助かったよアリア。少々手こずっていたところだ。
As he spoke, Albertus slaughtered several ash demons with his ice blade. From the way he fought, he seems to be fine.
じゃっと娘、アルベルタスは今父と呼んだか。うぬは本当にそう思っておるのか。そこのエセ賢者と血のつながった親子じゃった。ありえぬ、ありえぬな。
何を言ってるの？どういう意味？
アグリッパ、貴様。
Raising his ether gear, Albertus formed an ice stake that floated in midair. The ash demons became a shield and blocked the direct attack on Agrippa.
すまないシン。私はカイマの相手で精一杯だ。しかし、奴を逃がすわけにはいかない。力を貸してくれ。
Master!
シン、今はアグリッパを。
I know. A swarm of ash demons surrounded Albertus as they lunged toward him. Holding back the urge to run over to help, Shin faced Agrippa. Agrippa, why are you here?
ダストに穴を開けたのはウーロであろう。俺にとってはこれ幸い。教会を壊す気が巡ってきたということやな。
私たちと同じで太陽の開いた道を通ってきたの。
けれど目的は真逆のようね。あなた父さんと知り合いなの？さっきのは一体どういう意味？
知りたいか？知りたくばあやつに聞いてみ。もっともこの場を生き残るたらの話じゃがの。
He's coming. Everyone, be careful.
目障りな小アッパどもめ、年季の違いを教えてくれるわ。
Agrippa raised his skull-shaped artifact. The hollowed eyes glimmered with light as a curse-like spell activated. The ash demon by Agrippa's side popped in front of all of them. It turned into a thick black dust that was sucked into the skull.
カイマをエーテルギアに取り込んだ。
ダストを取り込むのがいつまでも貴様の専売特許などと思うでないぞ。ナムタルを調べ、賢者の石の組成は分析済み。ゆえに我にもこれしきやってやれぬことはない。
Holding the skull by his chest, Agrippa inhaled the smoke inside like a chalice. Soon after, Agrippa's body went into convulsions. Ugh. That hurts the eyes, actually. Holy crap. Ow.
この反応なんてこと。汚れを取り込んで自分を強化してるんだわ。それってシンと同じ。しかも汚れの量が桁違い。あんなの普通なら正気を保てるはずないのに。
Destroyer, an alchemist that turned to the wrong path. I didn't think about it too much and was in denial about their existence, but Agrippa processed several spells simultaneously and was about to start summoning another ash demon. His extreme computing skills were enough to make Shin shudder in awe. Excuse me. He's an unbelievable alchemist. If he wasn't the Destroyer, I'm sure he'd be around the same level as my master or the Chancellor.
アグリッパの能力が三賢人レベルだと。
そうだとしてもここで引くわけにはいかない。それだけの力を持ちながら祖師への破滅なんて。
That's right, we can't lose to him. Agrippa moved like a shadow. From the edges, new ash demons sprang out. Shin swung the blade on his gauntlet. With a splash of black blood, the ash demon's head flung off. Come on, Destroyer. Okay. Resistant to dark, fire and earth, weak to light. Okay. That's useful. Arya's not gonna be very useful here. I can only use wind, I guess. Crap. Arya can't use anything, bro. Nah, screw it. Even with the lower, or the higher resistance, I think I just have to just use the attack. Did that just say 1,000? Holy crap. Mamtar just did 1,000 damage. What the fuck? Holy crap. Okay. Not as hard as freaking Bracken. Their attacks all struck Agrippa. Taking on the painful strike, Agrippa's body arched back greatly. With his concentration cut off, the spells he was activating were erased. Oh, what the? Agrippa wobbled back. That was when his mask suddenly cracked.
奴の素顔が
The mask split into two, fell into the ground. Seeing Agrippa's face, they all let out a gasp. He had an oddly bulged skull, unhealthy skin. Oh god, wait, my nose is dripping. Unhealthy skin with spots and deep wrinkles. It was clearly abnormal. His bloodshot eyes and sunken cheeks reminded them of a sick man nearing his death. That face, those looks. Is it the corrosion disease? It seems to be progressing pretty far.
そんな体で汚れを取り込んでいたなんて自殺行為なのだわ。
なんでどうしてそこまでして。
それがこの男の生きる目的なのだ。破壊者アグリッパ、いや霊種のニコラ。
Alberto slid down from the slope of the dune. Worrying for his safety, all of them were relieved to see him.
見事な戦いぶりだった。成長したね、アリア、シン。
Master, how was your side?
大丈夫だ。破壊者の従えていたカイマはほぼ片付けてる。
さすがアルベルトスなの。
しかしアルベルトス様、今アグリッパをニコラと呼んだのですか？霊種のニコラと。
That name rang a bell. Everyone in the kingdom knew of the three sages, Alberto's, Faust, and one other. Master, is Agrippa actually...
三賢人のニコラ様だっていうの？
Dude, that's crazy. Although, we kind of had an inkling, cause like... Why would the three of them be split up? Why would not all three of them be in the academy, right? To their shock, all of them shot their stare at Agrippa.
古いなお霊種じゃと三賢人じゃとそんな二つの謎今となってはどうでもよいわ。
ニコラよ、古い友としてせめてもの情けだ。今さらバクにつけとは言わない。これ以上罪を重ねる前に楽にしてやろう。
罪じゃと罪人はカイソヘルメスであろう。あの忌々しい欺瞞の権化が。
もう喋るな。
Albertus raised his spiral circuit on his arm. Frigid air surrounded him as he froze the surface of the desert instantly. The cold air formed icicles of various sizes as it expended its spikes towards Agrippa.
捕まるものかよ。謎にはな。
Right before the ice reached Agrippa, another phenomenon appeared by his feet. The quicksand engulfed Agrippa's lower half as his body was pulled away from the ice.
砂に含まれるダストを利用したか。キュベの起こす硫酸を自分のものにすると。
また会おうぞアルベルタス。うぬらが塵に帰っておらねばな。
Wait.
ソシエとオーズの真実を知れば我の正しさとて理解できよう。
Sinking further into the liquidated sand, Agrippa quickly disappeared. Albertus tried to track Agrippa in the ground, but slowly lowered his arm as if he had given up.
逃がしたか。人家を恐れず汚れをまとって、あの執念、もはやアグリッパの怨霊そのものか。
父さん、あの男が言っていたことだけど。
Arya went over to Albertus. Worry and confusion can be seen within her expression.
お前は私の娘だよ、アリア。奴の妄言などに耳を貸さなくてもいい。
うん。私もそう信じてる。信じてるけど。
Arya's words trailed off, unsure whether to continue or not. She then faced down before looking back up.
アグリッパは本当に何の根拠もなくあんなこと言ったの？
ニコラとは前身となった研究機関が一緒だった。錬金術の奥義を探求し、切磋琢磨し合ったものだ。
Albertus gazed into the dusty sky as he was reminiscing about his past.
アルベルトスとニコラは友達だったの？
そうだね。ニコラやファウストは私にとってかけがえのない友だったよ。今はもう道を違えてしまったが。
Why did he change his name and turned into a destroyer? He was skilled enough alchemist to be considered one of the three sages.
かつて私とニコラは失われた錬金術の秘伝を求め、英知の創始アスタルテと会うべく旅をしたことがあった。
You did?
知らなかった。
Hearing this for the first time, Shin and Arya turned to each other.
あれはそう。現代錬金術体系が完成に近づいていた頃、ファウストはそれをもとに準備を進めていたが、私やニコラはどうしても納得できない部分があった。私たちの作った体系は開祖ヘルメスの理論を借りながら、それを再現するには至っていなかったのだよ。
それでアスタルテに答えを求めたの？
後に続く若者たちのために真理への道を作ってやりたかった。今にして思えばその考えは傲慢だったのだろうね。
でもアルベルトス様の記した書物は今も私たちを導くしるべとなっています。
ありがとう、セレス王子。ともあれ私とニコラはかつて教会を目指した。この砂漠を越えてね。今ほどダスト汚染は深刻ではなかったとはいえ、過酷な旅だった。私は人家の後遺症で子供を作れぬ体となった。
What? To Albertus' words, Arya turned pale as she gasped.
旅から帰った後は私はダストで滅んだ村から赤子を引き取り育てることにした。
それが
私はお前に我が子と変わらぬ愛情を注いだつもりだよ。お前は健やかに育ってくれた。その成長はいつだって私の喜びだった。
父さん。
Arya nuzzled her face in Albertus' chest as he wrapped his arms gently around her.
ごめんなさい。私。
何を謝ることがある。自分の出生のことで不安になるのは当たり前だ。私こそ黙っていてすまなかった。
Master. Shin slowly approached his master from behind Arya. Albertus placed his empty hand on his head. Master, I've always been proud to have you. I've been through a lot since arriving at the academy, but the experiences I've had with you have always supported me.
お前たちはまだ若い。シン、アリア、友との絆を大切にね。
Alberto smiled weakly before pulling Arya away gently. Arya wiped her eyes.
アリア。 どうして泣く？どこか痛いのか？
どっちかっていうと嬉し涙かな。心配してくれてありがとね、ラムタルちゃん。
アルベルトス、それでその旅でアスタルテに会えたの？
いや、教会まではたどり着いたが会うことはできなかった。体の限界を感じた私はそこで見つけたカイソの魔導書だけを持って帰路に着いたんだ。
カイソの魔導書、聞いたことがあります。父はアルベルトス様の持ち帰った秘伝をもとにコスモの海板を作ったと。
だけどアグリッパはその後どうなったの？
Albertus didn't answer Henry's question immediately. He furrowed his brows as his expression clouded.
ニコラは教会で私の知らぬ何かを見たのだろう。あの男の価値観を塗り替え破壊者とする何かを。
Something that would turn Nicola the commander into a destroyer.
一体それは何なのですか？
私にもわからぬ。しかしあれ以来彼は変わってしまった。カイソを憎み、このソシエが滅ぶべきと考えるようになった。昨今深刻化するオブリビオンの裏に破壊者の暗躍があると私は知った。奴の正体がニコラだと気づいた私はその暴挙を止めるため行方を追っていたのだ。
それでここまで来たのですね。
Agrippa appeared by taking advantage of the expedition team's strategy. Perhaps his movements were easier to trace than before.
だけど怖いね。アグリッパは教会で何を見たんだろう。何を知ったんだろう。人の生き方までねじ曲げてしまう何かがあるなんて。
Do you think if we kept going, we'd learn about that?
それがどんなことだってアグリッパのような破壊者になるはずない。自信を持ってそれは言えるけど。
As long as the mysteries of the borders remained, nothing was guaranteed. They all turned to each other anxiously.
残念だけどシン、私やキュベはその何かを君たちが知るのは早いと考えている。このまま行かせるわけにはいかないと。
Huh?
父さん、どういう意味？
With a stern look, Albertus glared at them. She noticed his master's mood seemed different than before.
私がここまで来たのはアグリッパを追うためだけではない。遠征隊を止めるためでもある。
What?
何故ですか？答えていただきたい、アルベルトス殿。
このまま進めば君たちは全滅するからだ。それが分かっているからキュベは地形をいじった。
じゃあやっぱりこの流砂はキュベ様の仕業なの？
I see how it is. She nodded as several questions settled in his mind. When the sandstorm and quicksand occurred, we thought it was a ruckus caused by a heinous god, or possibly caused by Kibe being eclipsed. But if that were true, there are contradictions. The quicksand also caught the ash demons, and there was a path made for us to return.
つまりキュベ様は最初から国化していなかった？
Yeah, Lady Kibe probably agreed with my master's thoughts and was trying to stop the expedition team.
そう、君たちを止めるという目的で私とキュベは一致している。君たちに死んでほしくないからだ。
どうして私たちが全滅すると？
さっきも言ったが準備ができていない。君たちはその域に達していないのだ。
Is that based on your experience going to the border in the past? To Shin's question, Albertus responded with silence. Suddenly, the ground they stood on collapsed as it created a distance between Albertos. Master?
流砂がキュベ様の意志なの？
滑る。抜けたじゃない。
キュベが呼んでいる。君たちにはまだ越えねばならない試練があると。これはその一つ。
Master! Alberto's voice and presence became distant. Desperately, Arya and Shin tried to reach their hand out as Alberto smiled.
私は待っているよ。そして信じている。また会おう。私の愛する子らよ。
You were not prepared! Oh my god. That's crazy. So turns out Agrippa is one of the three sages. And also turns out that Arya was not his real daughter. Arya is actually adopted as well. Also turns out that Albertos and Kibe were the ones who were like all stopping the expedition. Like, it's like a three-way, right? It's Agrippa versus Albertos, and then Albertos versus Agrippa and the expedition team. It was him and Kibe who set up the quicksand to like stop the expedition in the first place. They all were swept away in the sand that flowed like a river. Albertos was nowhere to be seen. Their surroundings and topography were significantly altered. Within the maze-like sand prison, it must have been a miracle for them to be together, or perhaps it was the work of Kibe. Shin brushed off the sand that got into his clothes and shoes before getting back up. Looks like we managed to get out of the quicksand. Is everyone okay?
流されただけで怪我はないのだわ。
Alright. See you around, Seal. I mean, I'm about to end anyway, because it's like 4 minutes.
口の中はジャリジャリして気持ち悪いけどね。
I'm just gonna probably just finish the scene and then on the stream soon.
なんもたら水飲みたい。
あまりガブガブ飲むのよ。本体に合流するまで水はできるだけ温存しておきたいからな。
まず座標を確かめないと。アルベルトス様、試練と言っていたかしら。
This is Kibe's test?
私たちは賢者の石を完成させるためオリジンのエレメントを集めているわ。きっとそれはキベ様も知っている。エレメント、そうだ、オリジンエレメント持ってる。
オーズへ行くために必要な準備、それは賢者の石の完成なの？そして私やナムタルがアスタルテに使わされた意味。
Henry turned to look at Shin. Shin unconsciously placed his hand on the Philosopher's Stone on his chest. The contract with Kibe. If that's my next goal.
いずれにしろ我々はこの砂の牢獄から脱出せねばならん。地のオリジンキュベが過信ではないとしても、遠征隊の道を阻むならこれを解決するのがその任務だ。
父さんはこのまま進めば全滅するって言ってたけど。
それを決めるのは我々ではない。もちろんアルベルトス殿のことは報告するが、その言葉をどう受け取りどう決断するかは陛下の意思次第。
サーシャはこのまま進んでキュベ様と接触しようというのね。
恐れながら姫様も同じ考えと存じますが。
To the Major's words, Sella smiled. As if she agreed, she responded with a nod.
少し脅されただけで引き下がるくらいなら私たちは最初からここまで来ていないわ。アルベルトス様の言う通り、この先に恐ろしい出来事が待っているとしても、せめてそれを見極めないうちはおとなしく帰ることなんてできない。
Matters changed a bit, but I guess it's still according to plan. To see Kibe. Shin looked around the sandy prison, with quicksand appearing everywhere. Beyond the mountainous dunes, the origin of Earth Kibe awaited. Like Celis and the Major said, let's keep going, everyone. Everyone nodded to Shin's words. A gust of wind mixed with sand blows as if it were confirming their resolve. Shin pulled his hood over his eyes as he began to walk through the sea of sand. Okay. Well, that's about as much time as we have left, so we're gonna take a save here. And, this is perfect because we now have the next farming map. So I'm probably gonna do some farming off stream. And we'll end it off there for now. I just saved, right? Yeah, I just saved. So that's gonna be it for today. For next stream on Saturday, we'll be continuing the Bit to a Half campaign in Victoria 3. And yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I have to clear my nose. Thanks to Steel Inspire for dropping by. And for everyone else, wherever, whenever you're watching from, whether it's live or the VOD, whether it's on YouTube or on Twitch, have a good day, good night, take care, and I'll see you on Saturday for some map painting.